What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27.
Good as night, right about the hood.
Oh, dear God, I'm already eating a drink. Look like a damn mess, just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up, what's up, what's up? It's me, L Teddy 27, and I am back with yet another review. This will be our review for Kandi and the Gang. This is season 1. It is episode 8. It is entitled Exes Who Lunch. Now, I'm going to have to use at some point. I'm going to get my water. Sorry about that, y'all. I knew I'm going to need some water. But at some point, I'm going to have to use my expertise in all things 305 Miami-Dade County to break down some stuff for y'all. I know my people. But we'll get there. We start off a little cute. They always start off with a little cute something. The OLG ladies making a damn Tinder profile. God bless America. God bless America. We have the geriatrics out here making Tinder pages. Move it on, because I can't. The horrible mental pictures that will flood my brain. Dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. God bless America. Anyway, Chandrika and June go out to eat. Dominique come. So they discuss Chandrika and June not getting into the housewarming. June goes in on Dominique for not coming out of the party and leaving with them. Dominique looks at him, takes no accountability, and is in her feelings about it, and feel like he's wrong and not her. Come with me now. We're gonna paint this picture, because I'm gonna get you right down into the heart of Miami-Dade County, 305, in the city. Now, if you're from Miami, you know what the city is. That's why the city girls call themselves the city girls, because they city girls. They're from the city. What city? We don't mean the city of Miami. We mean Liberty City. That's when you're from Miami, you say I live in the city. You live in Liberty City, not Carroll City. Liberty City. Anyway, June gives her a whole piece of his mind. June goes in and gives her a piece of his mind. I mean, he ain't go in, but as far as, him and his whole, what he's gonna give you on camera, he kind of gave her a little, 1-2. June also says he got smoke for touring and the rest of Chandrika friends, because they left her out there and they weren't here for her. And he's not here for anybody that's not here for his woman. I guess, honey. We'll see how this goes, because the girls, when you come at the girls, not the girls, but the girls, those girls, the ones that's a part of the Rainbow Coalition, child, they will meet your fire with fire. I'm just saying. We'll see how this goes. Down to the restaurant, Patrick is outside in the parking lot doing what he do, managing the parking lot, because he's the parking lot manager. I told y'all from the beginning, I don't even see how you have a whole manager for the parking lot, but that's whatever. Because the parking lot ain't really but that big, but whatever, child. June comes through, and this Todd comes outside and starts talking to Patrick about the housewarming and how that went and everything, and the fact that Chandra couldn't come in because Safari was like, hell no. Nah. Anyway, June pulls up in this Benz that had this black matte paint on it. It just didn't make the car. It did not go with the car. It didn't accentuate that car. I didn't like that black matte paint on that Benz or whatever. But he had a big old bow on it or whatever. Apparently, he done bought this gift for Chandrika. But dude, I was with Patrick, bruh. Parking was $10, and you around here like you trying to do hostage negotiations to try and come up with $10. Oh, I need to put $3 on my EBT card. $2.62 on this debit card. I need to put $1.82 on this Chime card. I need to put 62 cents over on my secured prepaid card, and then the rest I think I can go and look at my in the change console in the car and see if I can find the rest. Like, bruh. But you out here buying chicks big body Benzes, but he said we take debit card. You couldn't swipe your debit card in order to get a goddamn $10. I guess get it how you live. I don't. But you buying big body business with Matt Pay. I hope you go back and watch this, Chandrika, and see that your broke ass boyfriend can't even get scrounge up $10. Girl, anyway, June. I'm sorry. At that point, June calls Chandrika. She come outside, and at this point, everybody starts to come outside to see her gift. Dot 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 dot. Baby, who's inside? Because Brandon is outside, Todd is outside, Brian is outside, Torrin is outside, Shadow is outside, Chandrika is outside. Everybody is outside. Well, who the fuck is inside? And so Todd asks Brandon, who's hosting right now. Brandon says, oh, Shadow hosting. Shadow is standing right next to him outside. And Todd seems like, okay, well, I guess we all gonna be outside. And it seems to be perfectly fine. See, this is why. This right here is why, dear God, today. This right here, Heavenly Father, is why y'all get the ratings that y'all get. This is why the Better Business Bureau is probably rating y'all the way they do. This is why y'all can't pass inspections. This is why on Yelp y'all have a C- rating. This is why, because there's no institutional control, because the inmates are running the asylum, because it's functioning and prostitute all over the place. Anyway, moving on. But Todd is outside, just okay with all this going on. Whatever, child. June sits down with Torrin, Bryant, and Shardo about Chandrika not getting into the housewarming. And they all looking at him like, what? And they just let him go on and on and on and talk. And they all looking at him like, what? Like, bruh. Like, what? Like, they really did not give him the time. And they were just looking like, girl, why are you bothering me? Girl, I am at work. Why are you bothering me? Girl, they paid him dust and kept it moving. Brian has this funeral for his wig. Now, I thought he said the wig's name was Pepe, but now we found out the wig's name was Leslie. Child, I don't know, honey. Chandrika, Torrent, and Shardo came. Now, Chandrika, said, listen, I gotta go because I gotta go on a triple date with Kandi and Todd and Patrick at Safari. Um, so she left. I think she left, if I'm not mistaken, because they started talking about the housewarming, and she kind of got mad and just got up and left. Yeah, that's what happened, I think. Down to the triple date. Safari and Chandrika, this is their first time meeting. Now, Todd had told June and Patrick that, hey, let's get up on our grown men shit, dress nice for this. So Patrick came, had on, like a suit and a shirt or whatever. I ain't gonna call it a nice shirt, but a suit and a shirt or whatever. June broke ass rolled up in that same short sleeve shirt with the buttons unbuttoned, that short sleeve button up shirt with the buttons unbuttoned and a matching t shirt underneath that you stopped wearing at about the age of about 22. Like, after about 21, 22, a grown ass man, you really don't be doing a whole lot of, oh, I'm gonna wear this short sleeve button up shirt with this matching t shirt underneath. Like, that shit ain't cute no more. Like, be on some grown man. But when you down there to the clearance rack, down to the Old Navy and the Burlington Fur Coat Factory, and you down there bargain shopping at TJ Maxx, you do things like that. Child. But you around here buying big body Benzes with matte paint on. Child, child. I'm just saying, bro look like he is struggling in the finances department. Anyway, moving on. Um, so Chandrika say her and June been together for 2 years, but she said they got engaged after busting each other down for a month. They met on Tinder. It was supposed to be a good bust down. She was supposed to be getting her head knocked into the headboard several dozen times that night, but apparently she knocked it too many times because it made her go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over it, and now they got married after a month. I guess. Then Safari came right out and said that her real name is Miriam and not Safari. She just made that name up. So now that we know your name is Miriam, you will not be Safari from here on out. You're gonna be Miriam. Your mama named you Miriam, and we gonna call you Miriam. So Miriam says that when she saw Patrick, she thought he was a whole ass whore, a prostitute, a gigolo, an escort, someone who gains money by illegal means by selling a body for sexual favors and money. I'm just saying, she said he was a whole ass trick, a hoe, a prostitute, a skank, a gigolo. That's what she said. Now, if you is Patrick, I ain't gonna pay you, but maybe younger Patrick, I wouldn't pay him, but I could kind of see him being a trick like that. But I mean, now, child, you just regular. Mm. But I guess, get it how you live. Anyway, Don Juan, Phillip, and Brandon is at where were they at? Oh, they was at the restaurant. So they come right at Brandon. Hey, bro, what we gonna do? What is happening here? That was all from the triple date. They seem to kind of, Safari claims that. Let me go back to the triple date. Safari claims that, I felt at first the way it came off, and it could have been the magic of editing, that Safari really was kind of like not into it, and that she was just saying whatever she needed to say to get through this triple date and just keep it the fuck moving. We later find out that there was a meeting of the minds that everybody was cool after the triple date. So that was the triple date. Don Juan and Philip is meeting with Brandon about this whole relationship because they down there to the housewarming party, kissing on each other, rubbing up on each other, feeling on each other. So this ain't no play stuff. This is the real. But while they're doing that, Dominique comes in and they come right out and ask the two, "Are y'all in a relationship?" And they say, "Yeah, we is in a whole ass full-fledged relationship." Now here's my problem. My problem is, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but there was no resolution. Like Don Juan, there was no resolution. Don Juan started off saying, "Well, we're gonna have to figure out who leaving and who staying." And because Dominique was like, "Well, I was here first, so I'm gonna have to stay, and Brandon gonna have to leave." But at the end of this scene, I felt like nothing got accomplished, nothing happened, and they was just gonna let them keep being in a relationship and keep working together. And I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get that anything was decided, and so moving on. So just a, this goes back to show why this whole goddamn place is a mess. It starts from the top down. There's no institutional control. It's just a goddamn mess. Moving on. We then go to the barbershop. So we got two scenes going on simultaneously. Todd and Patrick is meeting at the barbershop. Kandi and Safari is meeting at this restaurant. So Todd and Patrick is talking about how somebody is the one, and the fact that he really does want to propose to. My phone is doing all kind of notification bells, and he really does want to propose to Safari. And Todd, that's what Patrick said. So Todd is like, listen, I see a whole lot of red flags with this chick. You need to be concerned that she calling you a whole ass trick in front of people. And so Patrick ain't trying to hear none of it. Patrick is like, y'all don't know Safari. Y'all don't know. Listen, she is made for me. I love her. And he said a wonderful thing that I always say to people. Say, listen, at the end of the day, I'm the one got to be with her, not none of y'all. So if y'all don't like her, that's y'all issue. I don't have those issues, and I'm gonna be with her. I was here for it, Patrick. When Kandi met with Safari, she kind of had some apprehension about Safari and Patrick being together. But after the conversation and Safari really, explaining to Kandi what she meant when she talked about him being a trick and how he, because I think Kandi may not have been fully aware of how wild. I mean, she knew he was wild, but it's one thing when you know that your family member is wild, but you actually put eyes to that wild side. As a family member or motherly figure, you don't want to be going on your people's social media in their early 20s because you've been to see all kinds of shit and parts of them you don't want to see. So I believe that might be the case with Kandi, where she ain't really seen all of the parts of her that she don't want to see. Parts of him that she don't want to see. So when Safari had to break it down, hey boo, he was a whole ass whore. He was around here doing the do, digging people out, and fucking half of Atlanta. At least the half that has fallopian tubes. We hope. And anyway, and so she really talked about, listen, I come off as hard, but I'm really a softie. And she said, I love this man. I love him. He gives me what I need. He supports me. He gives me all. He makes me want to be closer to my family. Like, he really is what I need in a confidant, a companion, a mate. And so I really like the fact that they expressed what looked to be genuine love for each other. Patrick and Safari, I mean, excuse me, Miriam and Patrick really expressed love for each other. And I really like that. So we then get to this kickback that Brian was having at his house. Shardo, Torrin, Chandrika, and Dominique come. They talk about the triple date first, and Chandrika talks about how Miriam called Patrick a whole ass trick and a whore and a gigolo. That didn't go over well. Then they get to the housewarming. Charlotte came right out and said, hey, I don't think, it wasn't my business. I ain't like the party. The shit was boring as fuck. I ain't want to be there. Da da da. And everything that Charlotte said, Bravo came right out and had the receipts. Yep, it was boring. Yep, it was it. Shadow, and so it got to the Dominique part, and Shadow said, "Well, I forgot what he said. He said to Dominique, and Dominique was like, no, that's not what you said. And what did Bravo do with their petty ass? Went right back and showed the clip where Shadow did say that. And everybody kind of in the room knew that Dominique was wrong. But this is what I'm talking about when I say she went full scale Miami. If you from Miami-Dade County, you know the city girls. And when I ain't talking about the group of city girls, I'm talking about the actual city girls that's born and raised in the county of Dade in the city. They take no accountability. They could be as wrong as all get out, and baby, they're gonna argue you down and be ready to fight and be ready to beat your ass and drag you and windmill and be wrong as hell and want to hear nothing nobody has to say. There's no talking to them. There's no negotiating with them. There's no coalescing with them. There's none of it. They don't want to hear any of it. At that point, blood in the water, scorched earth. They want no parts of any type of hearing anything of what anybody got to say. And she went full scale Miami. Baby, wrong as all get out and would take no parts of any accountability. She at that point it wasn't nothing they could do with her. It was nothing. Baby, she went right to the and if you put me in a room with this hoe, I'm gonna fuck her up. So y'all need to already know not to bring this hoe in my presence because it's on site and I'm gonna fuck that hoe up. And she means that. She listen. I'm telling you what I know. She's from Miami. She means that. When I see this bitch, I'm gonna fuck her up. Y'all better hope I can keep it together at work. She means that. I'm telling y'all what I know. A mess. Just wrong as all get out. Just wrong as all get out. It's in her DNA. It's nothing we can do about that. Baby, she ended up storming out mad. Safari ended up leaving. Shardo had already left. He was like, I ain't got time for this. I'm gone. I'm not here for it. Left before anybody else. That turned into a whole ass shit show. Meanwhile, Torin and Brian is sitting there like, girl, like, girl, what? Like, because Chandrika even tried to tell Torin part of this was his fault. Baby Torin looked at her like, girl, let it go, please. I'm not gonna feed it to you, and what you want to have me feed it to, go out here for it. I was like, oh. Hmm. Anyway, so the last scene was Patrick meeting up with his mom, his grandma, Aunt Bertha, Kandi, and Mama Joyce, and he basically tells them, listen, I want to make. Aunt Bertha had his grandma Aunt Bertha had already called it out. Baby, you trying to get married? Okay, well let's see the ring, honey. Cause you can cut the chase. I already know what this is about. And I hope it ain't the same ring you gave the other chick. So it was real cute though. They all give it their blessing. And I really like the way Patrick is goofy as hell. But Patrick comes from good home training. And so even though he's just goofy as hell, you can tell he does come from good stock and good home training. And he knows the right things to do. He's just young and goofy and it's cute on him. It actually is endearing and cute how goofy and just whatever Patrick is. So it's kind of endearing. But I like that he's, following the proper time. He did say, I want to go and ask Miriam's dad if I could take her hand in marriage. So we're supposed to see that, I guess, next episode or something like that. But they all give their blessing and everything. And it goes off from there. It was kind of cute. This episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That was Kandi the Gang season 1 episode 8. I thought it was a real cute episode. It made me like Patrick a lot more than I have in the past. Child, that Dominique. If there was any doubt, there should be no doubt. Yeah, she's from Miami, born and raised. I can tell. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.